Hey, it's Patiently with a special edition of my Campfire Tales. Pull up a drink and I'll tell you a story, and today it's not even my own story. My very good friend MST is competing in a contest on Literotica for the best Christmas story. And the prize is pretty substantial, $150. So I want to do everything I can to help him out here. So I'm going to do a scene from his story called My Christmas Star. It's a mature story between a younger man and an older woman. It takes place in the South, but I'm not going to attempt that. So I'm just going to read to you, and I hope you enjoy it, and then I hope you'll go back and read it. It's a short novel. It's about 50,000 words, and he's wonderful. So please read, vote. He needs to win. He's a good guy. He's an excellent writer, an amazing storyteller. Okay, I'll shut up now. And this is an excerpt from My Christmas Star. Not from the beginning, there are 5 pages before this. Ever so slowly I leaned into her, and I felt more than saw the hesitant pull on my fingers inching us closer. The gentle breeze off the ocean blew a strand of her red hair across my face, almost like a whip of fire to punish me for the generational transgression I was so eager to commit. A second and then a third whip of hair blew between us. Unable to stop myself, I caught the back of her head, imprisoning that fiery mane before more of it blocked my way, and with a gasp from her that was both surprise and passion-driven, she closed the distance. Victoria surged into my arms, her breast pillowing into my chest, her lips hitting mine with the same ferocity that I was feeling. Her hands moved mine out of the way, and she seized my head, her fingernails driving into my scalp as she fought my mouth for a deeper, harder kiss. A battle I was happy to surrender myself into. My hands on her hips, I took a step back and then a second as she moved forward, keeping pace. Knocking the empty basket to the side, we crashed together onto the blanket and let the shadowy play of light and dark from the trees above hide the fact we were all but tearing each other's clothes off to get our hands on bare skin. Sitting up, Victoria looked down into my face with a hot intensity, her breath ragged, her lips glossy and calling for me to kiss them again. "This is a mistake," she panted. I nodded. Our mouths came together again, if anything even harder. Rolling over, pinning her under me, my hand rode its way up, under her blouse to cup her full breast. I didn't even think about it. It simply seemed to be the natural thing to do. When her hand clamped onto mine, pinning that hand, making me squeeze her breast harder, I could see she was thinking the same thoughts, and in the same way. Our lips parted, and tongues wrestled amid shared breaths that delivered all the passion we had been holding in check. How simple a thing a kiss is, that it can carry so much that neither she or I could say. That it could deliver so much sweeter than words the emotions we both had and that had been keeping hidden. If, at that moment, that emotion was simply shared lust. Victoria caught my half-open shirt and sent the bottom straggler buttons flying off to lay amid the seashells and sand. Lost to reappear in summer daydreams maybe, they were chased by my shirt moments later, and then Victoria's hands were on my back. With not even a hint of mercy, she dug her nails into my skin and her mouth vanished from mine, only to reappear on my neck. I moaned as her teeth sank in and her mouth tasted my skin. Knowing I was going to have a hickey and not caring in the least, I found the top of her bra and pulled the cup down out of my way. With her nipple as hard as a pebble in my palm, I squeezed Victoria's soft flesh in my tight grip and moaned her name as she sucked at my neck. Then her mouth was back at mine, demanding more kissing, begging for more, pleading for more. I was happy to oblige. When those sweet lips parted again, this time it was my tongue driving into her mouth, perhaps seeking something in this kiss that her daughter could never give me. Honest passion given back where it's given. And I was getting that in spades. I felt her hands playfully trying to turn us back over. With a giggle, I held tight to her and rolled us, but too hard, and laughing together, we tumbled off the blanket and back into the sand. We ended up with her sitting astride me, her hot gaze looking down at me along the length of her extended arm. She dug her nails into the middle of my chest, then slowly raked her fingers down across my abs. She gave her head a shake. "No, seriously, this is a mistake." "Then it's a damn good one." My hands caught her by the flare of her wide-straddled hips, pulling her down onto me, letting Victoria feel the hardness that was about to burst from my board shorts. For a moment she lifted herself, letting my body ride up and cover the hard bulge of my cock under her. With a surprised roll, she spun off me and walked away, adjusting her clothes. Sitting up and staring after her, unable to believe that the moment had been shattered so easily, I needed much longer to get my clothes back into place.